these are my WWE Bloodline action figure collection. I mean, kind of not all of them, because I have an Umaga as well, but his head came off and I can't put it back on because it's one of the older elites. So, yeah, I'm gonna wait till the Ultimate comes out and try and get that. But in the meantime, these are my most decent, the most decent Bloodline figures. And I'm actually going to be setting up each and every one of these guys' finishers. I have some copies, so I might do signatures, or just for the Rock. Like, I have a load of rocks. I might just what did he used to use, that running shoulder breaker thing? I might set one of those up. But yeah, let's just get into it and see how this goes. Okay, so I feel like we should start with like the older ones, and then come into the newers. Does that make sense? Anyway, we're gonna start with Yokozuna. Okay. Personally, I absolutely love Yokozuna. Yeah, he's just great. He's great for his character. He's great for his size. And yeah, I mean, the figure's quite good of him as well. This was the Royal Rumble Elite, where it come with that wooden basket thing. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah, I actually haven't got the Ultimate. I might try and get it, because I want to get all the Ultimates of the Bloodline, so we can have all Bloodline Ultimate shelves and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm going to grab him an opponent. Who should his opponent be? Okay, this is absolutely non-negotiable. Hulk Hogan. He's doing it to Hulk Hogan, okay? Bonsai drop to Hulk Hogan. It's gotta be, you know? Right, so you're gonna want to position your camera like this. You're gonna get Hulk Hogan. I like to put him in a little bit of like a, just like this. Like, oh god, he knows what's coming. And there's a couple of ways you can set this up. I'll do both of them. I actually haven't got mic holding hands on this figure, which is a bit annoying. Well, anyway, we can make do with whatever. Right, so I'm gonna have him on the ropes. My god, he's so massive, he holds down the ropes. Okay, so you could either set it up like this, or you could set it up like this. Here we have Hulk Hogan. I lifted his legs up off the floor. Yeah, they're off the floor, just so it's kind of like an impact-based move. He's got his arms up. Yokozuna's just done his bonsai drop, absolutely squashed him. And yeah, that is the first Bloodline member. Now, let's move on to the second. Okay, so for the next one, I'm going to go with another one of my favourites. I feel like he's a bit underrated, to be fair. It's going to be Mr. Rikishi. I guess his moveset and everything, really didn't help him. But for his character, it was good. But just in the long run, I guess, it wasn't the best. But anyway, we're going to choose that. I'm going to choose his victim. Okay, I chose his victim. It's going to be none other than Mr. Stone Cold. I don't know why I'm doing this to Stone Cold. I really do like Stone Cold, so I don't know why I'm doing this. But you're going to want to take off all of the opponent and Rikishi's clothing, like the interchangeable clothing. Then I've got Stone Cold. If you're wondering why he hasn't got knee pads on, I'm trying to put him on Gunther, but I got one on, the other one snapped, so I just need to replace it. But I've also got 100, literally 100 Stone Colds, so yeah. Okay, so you want to place your camera, just like so. And then whenever I do it, I like to just kind of set him up, leaning right away, you know? So, if you could have him, I don't know, almost with his head out of the turnbuckles, and his body, twisting, kind of, because he's like, there's no way that he's taking a stink face. But yeah, I guess now what you have to do is get Rikishi. You could either put him walking up to him like this, just get him standing up, or I guess the other way would be the actual stink face. Or you could, to be fair, you could do it so he's about to do the stink face. Like if you hold on to the ropes with his hands. Is it going to go? Yes, it should do. Where is it not clicking? There we go. Yeah, you can do it like this. So he's about to sit back. Stone Cold's like, no, help. And then, in the end, you just... Bam. There he is. I always thought that the Rikishi figures, they should put some type of, like, cloth goods. What does he even wear? Like, underwear kind of stuff. They should make it, like, cloth goods or something. So you can, like, you know, like, how he pulls them up before he does the stink face. You know what I'm talking about. They should do that. Because, I don't know, he does it in WWE, so why don't they include it in the figures? Okay, so next up, I was going to do Umaga, because I have the figure, but, again, the figure is broken at the moment. So I'm going to keep that in mind, and, you know, I could do it. Nah, we're going to do it later on with, like, Solo Sikoa. I'm going to do some of Umaga's moves, so I guess they are the same, so it's not the end of the world. Alright, up next, I have got this rock here. And I say this rock because I use this rock as a, like a Rocky Maivia kind of, you know, Rocky Maivia, and he did use the, running shoulder breaker or something. I don't know what it's called. So yeah, I'm going to set that up now, and who's his victim going to be? Rocky Maivia. You know what, we're going to keep Stone Cold. Yeah, we're keeping Stone Cold. Okay, so again, you're going to need your Stone Cold with no cloth goods on. If I sound a bit weird, I have severe hay fever, so that's why. Again, there's obviously a couple of ways you could set this up. You could just have him on his shoulder. You could have him on his shoulder. You could have him, trying to run. It's going to be hard to set up because my rock is really loose. Is it going to go? No, it's not. Yes, it is. No. If your rock is a bit more stiff than mine, it might stand. Oh, for God's sake. There we go. Can have him with 1 foot forward. Or, the other alternative, the last one, doing the actual shoulder breaker. Which, if you don't know what that is when he goes down on one knee and his opponent's shoulder goes onto his knee, basically. It's kind of straightforward. Going to get your Stone Cold and rock. Okay, you get it in a position you like. Just going to hold his foot for a second, it might. Also, the Rock's boots are so annoying because you can't... There we go. There we go, shoulder breaker. You can't see it properly. He is off the knee. Yeah. Stone Cold taking a shoulder breaker from Rocky Maivia. Next is actually going to be another rock. Yeah, this is my... So I was actually using this as my final boss rock before I got the final boss ultimate, or before I got the elite, should I say. Yeah, no, because he has the, you know, the red trunks, bloodline kind of related. And yeah, it's got the short hair, the, you know, the heel kind of face. And yeah, again, I'm going to use Mr. Stone Cold. I don't see why. Why not? Might as well. And there's 2 I'm going to do for this, actually. Actually, no, I'm just going to do 1. I'll do the other one for the final boss. So you're going to have Stone Cold laying on the ground. I think you know where this is going. You could have him holding his stomach or something, you know, he's in so much pain. And then, if you get your rock, and you could take it off, a couple of ways you could do it. You could put the elbow pad halfway down his arm. Hang on, I'm just trying to get the bloody arm pad off. Sometimes these things are so stiff and they sometimes, which is kind of annoying. But anyway, there we go, that's off. You're gonna get your rock and the elbow pad, and you can just put it in his hand like he's about to, I don't know, like he's about to throw it or something. There you go, he's about to throw it. Or you could do, it's, you know, he's thrown it, it's over there, it's on the floor, or it just rolled out the ring. I guess, in a way, I guess you could do him running the rope. Hang on, is this picking up? No, it's not. Hang on, let me turn the camera. There we go. Just do him running the ropes, I guess. You do it on one foot to make it more realistic, if you want. There you go. So he's about to run the ropes and run back onto him. And then, as you expected, you've got the actual people's elbow, which you're going to want to just lift his legs, his other arm in the air, and with the other one, make face down. I don't know if anyone heard that, but whatever. I just paused the video, but carry on. Yeah, you're going to put his arms up and put the elbow just right on top of Stone Cold. And if you put his other arm there, you can kind of get him like actually on his chest, like propped up. There you go. That's gonna fall. No, it's not. Yeah, it's. Oh, God. There you go. That's good enough. The Rock dropping the elbow, people's elbow, the most electrifying move in sports entertainment by The Rock. Let's get these out of here. Okay, up next, I'm actually going to do a... Yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do a tag team move by my favourite tag team of all time, actually. The Usos, okay? These are basics because it's from their time as the Usos together, not in the bloodline. So I'm going to do that then. And what did they do? They did a couple. They did a double super kick and a, what's it, like a double Uso splash or something. So I'm going to get another tag team. Preferably one they fought with. Okay, so I have got a victim in Mr. Xavier Woods. These guys did feud together and all that stuff. Again, I'm just going to do kind of like the people's elbow and anything when they're down on the floor. Just going to want to make them basically just brace yourself. And the Usos, because I've got basics, I can't really stand them both on the top ropes, which is kind of annoying. But we've got to make do with what we have. Am I right? Here we go. He's on the floor. You're going to have the Usos jump from both sides, and they're like, you know, crash. Well, that's actually quite good. That's better than I thought it'd turn out. I guess that's kind of a good thing about basics, because they're kind of stiff. But yeah, no, that I'm quite proud of that, actually. Anyway, yeah, that's the move. You could do the double super kick as well if you want. But, I don't know, I wouldn't use basics for it, because they're not very good at posing like that. Okay, next, we are going to do... who should I do? Who should I do out of this? Here we are. A young NXT version of Mr. Solo Sikoa. That's a good one, I think. I'm going to find an opponent for him. You know what? I'll do another young guy. Young, up-and-coming Dominic Mysterio. Okay, this time Solo Sikoa, he did a couple of moves. He did the splash, which was just kind of not really need to set up because that's like jarring. And he did the spinning solo. So that's what I'm going to set up now. You're going to want your Dominic or whatever opponent you choose, and your Solo Sikoa in a rock bottom position. And now, hang on, let me just behind the camera. It's so annoying doing stuff in front of the camera. It's harder than it looks, like a lot harder than it looks. So you're gonna want to position your Dominic in either like a choke slam, rock bottom kind of way, and then if you do this and position Solo Sikoa's body kind of turning, it does look like he is spinning, which is good. There we go. Dominic's feet are off the floor, by the way. Just to add that, yeah, spinning solo. If you're gonna do it, it's like a bam. Down goes Dominic. Take away. Anyway, up next, I am gonna do. I've got a couple of people. You know what? I'll do it. I have another Usos. I actually have the Ultimate Editions, which I am lucky enough to have the Ultimate Editions in my possession. As I said earlier, my favourite tag team of possibly all time, to be fair. I like DX, but I know I liked them more as a faction, you know, with Road Dogg and stuff when they did the invasion. I love NWO. NWO is my favourite faction. Undertaker and Kane. Undertaker's my favourite wrestler, but I don't know. Kane is one of my favourites as well, but together, I don't know. The Usos, though, yeah, they're great. You're going to want to take off their title belts and put them there. I think they had the 1D, didn't they? They did the 1D, which, again, I think they had a match with Dominic and Ray. I will use this Dominic from when he tags with Ray. So you're going to have Jimmy. Holding his legs. I would recommend to hold around his kick pad kind of things and put him over Jimmy's shoulder. I think it looks better, and you're going to want to just twist the hand. If you twist the hands back, like one of the hands backwards, I'll show you in a second, you can actually lock the hands like this, and that just, I don't know, it holds it a bit better. And yeah, now you're going to want to get your J in position. I'm going to lock his hands as well, actually. I rarely ever use these figures, actually, because I know they just look so good. I don't want to ruin them or anything, which I'm not like that with any other figure. But these two, I wanted these for so long as well. Like, as soon as we saw the release pictures for them, I wanted them, and obviously I did manage to get them for Christmas or something. I mean, as for Dominic, you're going to want to just open his arms, and then, I guess it's kind of straightforward, put him in Jay's arms like that, and there you have it. 1D by the Usos. You know what you could do? You could put, this storage box thing underneath. They're doing it on top. Oh my god. Or you could put some chairs or tacks or anything underneath. Or even the stairs. That'd be quite brutal. I might have to include that in a matchup in the future. Yeah, so that's the 1D. If you want it in another way, I guess you could just, down they go. But yeah, that's it for that. I'm actually going to set up another one for these two, since they are my favourite tag team. You're going to get Dominic on his knees. Dominic's probably not the best. They're better without kick pads. And then you're going to want to put his hands like here. Yeah, just like that. Now, you're going to want to get your seat. That's not good, it's got kick pads. Who should we do it to? Who do we do it to? I'm going to do it to the young Solo Sikoa. Why not? Oh, he's got bloody knee pads on as well. Why do none of the knees bend anymore? Oh, there we go. And then again, yeah, you're going to want to lift his hands up so they go to the side of his face. So you've also got something to rest each of the Usos' feet on. You're going to want to, as to the super kick, you want to just, I don't know, arm out to the side, bend the knee a little and kick. If you wanted to, you could kind of position the body so they're looking away as they kick. But I like to do the ones where they... If you can hear scratching noises, that isn't just weird. That is my bearded dragon. He's just in front of where I'm filming right now, so ignore that. Yeah, there's one. They're pretty easy to stand up, actually. If you put the like Solo Sokoa's arm there. Then I'm gonna do J in the same kind of way. It kind of depends who's doing the super kick, because if you did like a Switch Your Music by Shawn Michaels, then I normally do it as looking away, because I feel like that's what he did more often. But for this, Usos have to get it like perfect for it to look good and not hurt anyone. So they do look. It's so annoying. It's always the second one is always a lot harder. There you go. Double super kick. Jay, Jimmy, Solo Sokoa in the middle. Why not? Smoking Skull title in the background. I don't know why. Just because. Okay, so now we're starting with the bloodline. There is one more before I want to do the tribal chief. I didn't know if I should include this, but he was in the bloodline, so I'm gonna go with Sami Zayn. I get if you didn't want me to include him, I guess that's fine, but I don't know, it's Sami Zayn. He's got the Sami Uso crossed out with the Sami Zayn on his top and his trousers, so I don't know, he's just broken out, but he's joining him again. Who are we gonna do it to? We'll just do Dom again. Right, so we can do the Helluva Kick. And then, right, so Dominic, sit up in the corner. What you're going to want to do is bend the knees, tilt the head a little. Yeah, so we got Dominic in the corner there. He's down. And then you want to get your Sami Zayn, just like this. And it's kind of as straightforward as the move can go, which is what you'd think, but his leg doesn't go that high because he hasn't got drop down hips. If it was the ultimate, probably easier. What you can do is hold the rope with his hand and just drive forward that way. That looks kind of better. There you go, Helluva Kick by Sami Zayn. Yeah, no, so it's just one of those that is as straightforward as you can. I guess it's kind of hard to stand him up, but if you use the ropes, it's alright. Now, we're going to get rid of Mr. Sami Zayn and you, Dominic. And we're going to get out, possibly, not even possibly, the greatest member of the bloodline, most memorable title reign. I guess it was all circled around him. The leader, the tribal chief himself, Roman Reigns. I have got all 3 titles on him at the moment. This is a custom title, as you can tell, because it's horribly painted. Yeah, you're gonna take off the. I want to take off the belts. I've got this bun head sculpt in a minute, which I am gonna. Should I turn? No, I'll keep it in. It's fine. It doesn't matter. Again, I'm gonna take off his bloodline shirt. This is the old Ultimate as well. Josh, who films the stop motions with me, he actually has the newer one, so I didn't bother getting it. And yeah, anyway, let's just set this thing up and hope for the best. So what you're going to want to do is grab your victim. I'd say preferably one of a stiffer figure, because for a spear, you kind of need to have a stiffer figure as the base to hold it all up, if that makes sense. So I'm actually going to use a newer one, which I don't use very often, which is going to be, yeah, Mr. Kevin Owens. This one, I was halfway through reviewing this figure on the channel. I don't know what happened to that, but yeah, anyway, yeah, here's a stiffer one. So what you're gonna want to do is, I'm saying yeah, but all that stuff a lot, actually, I don't know why. Anyway, you're gonna want to put Kevin Owens in a position kind of like this. So you've got 1 foot on the floor, 1 foot off. As for Roman Reigns, again, it's a pretty straightforward one. Just, you could put head up or whatever, but 1 foot down, 1 up. It's kind of like this. And then when you get this one and put them together, you can kind of fill in the pieces as you wish. It's one of those. You could, I don't know. Spear is hard to do. Actually, it's not as straightforward as I thought, because you have to get the balance right. Kevin Owens probably wasn't the best choice. Yeah, Kevin Owens isn't the best choice, but I can't wrap the arms around him. Who else do I use? Ah, that's it. Another one of Roman's challenges. Which I actually think could have beaten him if it wasn't for some reason the ropes breaking the demon. This demon is so good as well, by the way. This doesn't get enough credit. I really love it. Yeah, Roman Reigns, like this, arms around. Again, like we did with the Usos, you can lock them behind. Lock his hands. This one is much better, I think, because Demon is quite stiff and you can get the arms all the way around. And you should get a really nice spear if it's feeling nice today. Which I don't think it is, so we're going to have to improvise. Put the whole foot down. Lean back a bit. It's just Roman. Put an arm to the side. There we go. Stay still. Stay still. There we go. Yep, nope, almost. Again, it's just one of those that takes a lot of time. Also, I haven't paused this video at any time, like purposely, just so you know how long setups actually take. Because I guess sometimes if you watch a figure review or anything, and they take so long to set up, and they just clip the whole thing, then you start setting it up yourself, and don't realise how much time they actually take. Okay, that's not going to work. I'm going to put his other foot down. And it should stand. Yeah, there you go. There's a spear. Running right at Demon, right through his guts. So yeah, that is Mr. Roman Reigns. But since he's the tribal chief, he can have another one. Guillotine, one of the most simple moves you could probably set up ever. You're going to want to just get your Demon, like any position. Roman, you get the gist. Wrap around. If you want to, you can lock the hands. It's a bit unnecessary, but I will. If I do a setup and I do someone, like if I do a stop motion and I do them in the guillotine and they're rolling around trying to get out, then I would lock the hands. But if they're just in there, then there's no bother trying to lock it because you don't need to keep it in place. Then yeah, you're gonna lock the hands around, get the legs, tighten them, and boom, there is your guillotine by the tribal chief. Finn's fading, he's fading. Oh, down he goes. Yeah, that is the spear by the tribal chief. Okay, I had to save him for last. You already know. No, this isn't last, actually. I might do a couple more. Yeah, I will do a couple more. I'll save him. We're going to have Jimmy Uso, actually, now. I had changed my idea. I've got this Elite Jimmy. Josh actually gifted me this for my birthday. I thank him very much for it. Gonna Demon chucked down. Jimmy Uso can do another splash. There you go. If you want to have it kind of about to hit, if you put the other arms first, or a tip I learned, if you put the arms just underneath, it's like he's about to. It works sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah, just like that. And then prop him up. He's about to completely come down on the Demon. That's probably one of the worst ones, actually. But it's okay. Now, we're going to go with... No, I will make this the last one. The last one, the final boss, Mr. Rock. Had to do it. Love to see it. Gonna take off his People's Championship. And I'm gonna keep his stuff on because why not? And I feel like there is only one acceptable person to do this move to. And that, of course, is gonna be Mr. America. Not literally Mr. America. Cody Rhodes. That's kind of the only... Yeah. Anyway, we're going to get your Rock. You're going to get him just normal, rock bottom position. Get your Cody Rhodes. Lock the arms. And you can place him down like that. That is good enough rock bottom for me. But if you wanted it to be standing, then you're gonna... It's kind of hard because you have to do one arm off and one arm on. You're gonna just set him up just like that. I'll move the camera in a second. I'm not using any strings or anything, as you've seen. Gonna just hold his feet a second. There you go. No, that's not where you go. Stand still, Rock. Yeah, these new feet, the feet they use in the AW figures, I hate them so much. Anyway, there's your Rock bottom. Cody's feet are off the floor. If you can't see, they are off the floor. The Rock lifting him up, one arm, and a Rock bottom. And at that note, that is going to be it, folks. Let me know if you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to, like, subscribe, leave a comment if you will. And I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.